Kenya's edible oils manufacturers are contesting a planned shipment of duty-free imports which could severely distort the market and wipe out billions in revenues. The government is looking to ship in cheap edible oils to cushion drought-stricken Kenyans who are sagging under a heavy burden of a high cost of living. CNBC Africa has been following these developments and spoke to Kenya Association of Manufacturers CEO for more.
We have heard about the planned importation of 125,000 metric tons of finished or refined crude oil from international markets, local market. We have not had a confirmation. We have written to the ministry responsible seeking that clarification so that it's official. But if that is true, then it is of a serious concern to our members. Because we have excess capacity in the market. We have 13 companies that do, refining of cooking oil, and all of them cumulatively they're operating at 60%.
The government, on one hand, maintains that this will not in any way affect the supplies in the market because it is specifically coming in to stabilize the prices as well as to cushion the vulnerable groups within the country that have been adversely affected by drought. What is your gut feeling about this? Is it going to in any way distort the market?
This is actually what is the most concerning, because there are many ways that you can stabilize the market without destabilizing the industry. But if you're going then to import refined fuel, what will happen to the installed capacity and the jobs that the people who are employed in refining the oil locally? So government has consistently talked about local manufacturing, but then we have enough capacity. Is an issue of stabilizing the price. There are build up, cost to the cost of cooking oil in the stores. Some of them are external, some of them are internal, including taxes. So we've not been involved in this, and that is what is concerning us. So if there was indeed a plan to destabilize the price, the best way for the government is to discuss with the local manufacturing industry to see where the bottlenecks are, where the challenges are, where the government can also give incentives so that then the cost of cooking oil can come down. But importing, cooking oil, refined from Malaysia or from Indonesia, because that is the source of palm oil, that means that you're creating jobs in those countries. That means that you put at risk 40,000 jobs that are directly employed in this sector, directly, indirectly. And also you affect downstream operations that come out of refining locally. You may want to know that soap is made from as a byproduct of refining crude oil, crude palm oil. You may also want to know that there are other products that go even to baking. There's gasoline that goes to pharma and goes to cosmetic industry. There are so many other products, including ingredients for animal feeds. So just bringing refined, cooking oil is exporting jobs to those markets.
And Mr. Mwangi, Kenya's edible oil industry is worth close to 100 billion shillings. And we're looking at the sector generating substantial amounts of revenue for the government in taxes. And what will the impact of this move be, especially to the tax collecting authorities in light of this recent decision to import the various consignments of edible oils?
Exactly. So the sector has invested close to 132 billion cumulatively, and every year the sector contributes 52 billion shillings to public coffers. Now, this single consignment, if you look at it from import duty and you look at it from all the other taxes, including VAT and NOCD, IDF, RDL, you put all those costs together, this consignment will mean that the government will lose close to 6 billion shillings. Now, which is a bit shocking because on one hand, the government has said that they're not going to subsidize consumption on their and pay taxes campaign. But this single consignment means that the government is going to lose 6 billion shillings. But remember, this is actually the public, the taxpayers who pay for this money.
All right.
So the question is, if it is to for drought relief, how is that product going to be distributed in the local market? Is it going to be labeled as GOK not for sale? Which stores will carry that? How will it make government make sure that it goes to the vulnerable community? Will it be distributed by the Kenya Red Cross? These are the questions that we're asking, and perhaps, and I don't think we're wrong, we just needed clarity to understand. And our members, because they have invested, billions of shillings, they deserve to know what is happening. Their employees are also concerned, because if this is something that is going to happen, as a way of establishing the price, not only for edible oil, for other products, then it means that we're going to shut down manufacturing.
So are you implying in uncertain terms that this consignment has to be really taken carefully, especially when it comes to the distribution element, because there is the risk that the same product can be packaged as products that are supposed to be sold, vis-a-vis that under the guise that it was to come and help the vulnerable. Are those some of your fears, as I got you correctly?
Yes. If you look at the cost of 20 liter, because we understand it's going to be in 20-liter jerrycans or 10-liter jerrycans. If you look at the tax alone for 20-liter jerrycan is 900 shillings. Now, if 20-liter is going for 3,900 on average, 958 already is going to taxes. Now, if this consignment is going to come net of taxes, they already have a head start of 958 shillings. So how then does the industry compete if the same is going to go to the stores or go to the end user? This is a way of destabilizing the market. But as I mentioned, and I need to repeat that to be very clear, we have sought those clarifications, and we hope that the government would, the ministry will give that clarification. What would have been the most ideal way is even to issue an international tender then. If the local market is not able to meet that demand, issue an international tender so that our suppliers also, the suppliers of our suppliers in those countries can participate. So there are a lot of question marks why this is being done the way we think is being done.
And for avoidance of doubt, this consignment, do you have any idea where it is from? Because Kenya originally imports edible oils from Malaysia or Indonesia. So
Kenya imports mostly the crude palm oil from those two countries that you mentioned. So we do not know whether this refined is being done from the same countries or is being done in Dubai or other places. What we know is that Malaysia and Indonesia, in an attempt to keep the jobs in-house, they always tax the crude oil that is being exported to encourage local packaging. So it is possible that that refined product coming from Malaysia, Indonesia will not have export tax as crude is taxed. So then it lands here at a much lower price.